Yo, what up, friend?
Pitching. Look at Paul Skeens this year, right? As filthy as is, he's 4-7 with a 1.94 ERA.
You feel bad for a guy who goes home to Livy Dunn every night?
Woo! She's from Jersey.
I'm just saying. I have a hard time feeling bad for Paul Skeens. He's going to get an $800 million contract, and that's his girl. He'll be all right.
No, I'm not. I'm saying we're just saying like as a team, like as a pitcher, you look at his numbers and they don't compare to how good he is. Being 4-7 is showing you he's not getting no run support around him. I'm telling you, like your team ain't doing shit for you.
Do you think it'll hurt him in the Cy Young race?
No.
That's what I was going to ask.
No.
There you go.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
No. I appreciate that. I love when we have good flowing conversation. No, that's what I was going to ask, though. How does that affect the Cy Young voting? Because this year, all of the pitchers have subpar records. And this goes back to like when DeGrom won, I remember a few years ago, and had like 10 wins and 13 losses. Paul Skeens could win with like a 5-10 record. So, like, how do we see this affecting Cy Young voting going forward? Jersey, you keep going.
To me, you look at the body of work. You can't just pinpoint like a couple starts. You look at his whole body during the season. If his ERA is under 2, how can you not have him in that talk? It don't matter what the record is. He's doing his part. You know what I mean? He's not batting 1 through 9. I mean, he's just out there doing his job as a pitcher. And if he's out there giving up 2 runs or less, and you're losing, that ain't your fault. So you got
to bolt off of his point there, MVP is different because that's the most valuable player, as in the player that brings the most value. Cy Young is just simply the best pitcher in baseball.
Well, I mean
Cy Young, lowest ERA, lead the league in Ks, etc. I just don't think they can take that thing from you.
Okay. Because it used to be, though, in the Cy, and that's what I meant. Thank you for that. I meant Cy Young if I said MVP. But back in the day in the Cy Young voting, the starting basis of it, Mike, was based on a win-loss record. But it seems now that pitchers don't go longer than 5 innings.
I honestly used to feel like it was an ERA record because it felt like the lower ERA tended to win back then. But now there's so many different metrics. They've added all these crazy metrics to WHIP now and all this K pretend. So there's just so many different things that play in a part that if Paul Skeens has all the best numbers across the board, even with 5-6 wins, you can't rob that kid. I mean,
just like my friend Carlos said, DeGrom, that was DeGrom's career as a Met. I mean, he was filthy on the mound, absolutely filthy, but he couldn't get that support around him.
Yep. No, I remember every night he'd go out, Mike. He'd pitch 5 innings, 6-7 innings, a shutout ball. The Mets would get 1 run or 0 runs. I'd be going off to bed pissed off. What do you got?
I mean, there's some guys right now that are pitching very well that have kind of records like that, like Seth Lugo or you know what I mean, that have very good ERAs and they're not really winning as much. So that's just.
But the reason I bring this up though is going back to your point. The first 40 full seasons that the Cy Young existed, the average win-loss record was 21-8, and no starter won the award in a full season, winning less than 18 games until your aforementioned Pedro Martinez season when he went 17-8 with the Expos. Then we saw Felix Hernandez come along, 13-12, he won the Cy Young. Then you see Jacob DeGrom, 8-12, he wins. So it's like, it's just getting more and more to the point where you're right. Supporting metrics is what we have to look at because obviously with pitchers only going 5 innings or less, wins and losses don't necessarily count too much anymore.
I think it will. Like at the end of the day, if it comes down to it, and Paul Skeens is doing great, but Logan Webb is close and they make the playoffs, then I think Logan Webb's going to take it, right? I think there is some value in, your team lost 94 games. If it's close, you don't get to win. But
if it's close, for sure. But I just mean if one guy just completely dominates all the stats, you can't take it from. Now, obviously,
and like Reece, if it comes down
guys
to
like Keeler and Boyd, they have advantages because their
Yeah.
teams are more successful.
Yeah, and if Reece, if it comes down to the end of the year and the Red Sox end up making the playoffs, and Crochet's your only pitcher, and he leads the league in strikeouts like he does now, and he's close with everything else, I think it'll be tough to just hand it back to Scooble again if it's close.
I just don't think anyone's going to be close to Scoobs. I mean, if you look at his K to walk ratio, it's 11-1 right now. That's absolutely absurd with a sub-2 ERA and all that. I mean, the guy's ridiculous. He's by far the best pitcher in the league right now.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jersey boy. Huh?
No, I can agree. Yeah, he's definitely the top of the top right now.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now, yeah, absolutely.
By far, defending Cy Young winner in the best team in the league. So definitely that is the case for him. So while we're there,
it's gonna be hard to dethrone him. You really got to bring it to dethrone him.
Yeah. So while we're there, because I know Mike has to get off here in a couple minutes, we'll continue with the conversation after Mike gets off. But let's go ahead and go around the horn and get everybody's picks for your MVP, Cy Young, and World Series matchup and winner. So, Mike, since you have to get out of here, we'll start with you first. What do you got for your picks here? We'll start on the let's start on the AL side for yours.
Yeah, judging Ohtani still.
Judging Ohtani for your MVP. Okay.
Because Ohtani's going to be pitching again. I don't see any reason that it would go to anybody else. I have a feeling that we're all going to kind of have very similar Scooble, Cy Young in the American League. Zach Wheeler, I think, will probably pull it off in the National League just because I think his team's going to be a lot better, and he's the ace on the one of the best teams in the league.
Wheeler's got a 2.17 ERA.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's great.
Yep.
He's great. And no, sorry, Omar, I don't mean to put
that sucks. We traded him away too. We traded
everybody. And the World Series, I still the same World Series that I wanted to see in the beginning of the year. I know they're not doing well right now, but I still think we're going to see Texas and the Dodgers in the World Series. I still think the teams that have the most depth with the best pitchers at the end of the day in those short series are going to make it out.
Jersey boy, what are your picks for MVP, Cy Young, and the World Series?
MVPs. Right now, Judge's MVP, not even a question.
Okay.
National League MVP. I'm not an Ohtani fan. I ain't giving him shit.
You're not an Ohtani fan? Like you just don't like him at all? Or,
no.
How can you not be a fan?
He gets too much talk.
Come on.
Listen, hear me out. They're trying to make him the face of baseball to reel in Japanese, endorsements, Japanese viewers, money, all sorts of shit. What does the guy do? He is a glorified David Ortiz. He don't play the field. He sits on his ass all game long.
Wow.
All you gotta do is just get up there and swing.
What the hell did David Ortiz steal 50 bases? I'm a David Ortiz fan. He never stole the bases. He never pitched. He never did anything Ohtani did.
What is Ohtani doing?
Hitting the ball out of the park, stealing bases, hitting for average, and soon he'll be dominating on the mound as well.
He won't be dominating shit on the mound because he's going to blow his elbow out again.
Oh, God.
You watch. Dodgers are going to have him close. He's not going to be starting for the Dodgers.
And that would be crazy if they did it. Could you imagine 50 home runs, 50 steals, and 40 saves? Who's ever done anything like that?
That would be crazy as shit, though.
I'm not an Ohtani fan. I personally, the way things are shaping out, you could go and you'll like this, Omar, because you could look at Pete. You could look at Petey, as an NL MVP. Don't sleep on who's the other fucking guy I was thinking of. Don't sleep on Trey Turner. Don't sleep on him. Don't sleep on Eugenio Suarez.
Suarez from Arizona.
Yeah.
From Arizona,
yeah. Yep.
Henderson, you're right about that, Carlos. You're right. Henderson would steal 300 damn steals.
Oh, absolutely. That's the thing. They don't, when Ohtani's on first base, they don't guard him at first. They let him take a walk towards second. They're not even holding him on. And the base is, the size of my kitchen table, for Christ's sake. You know what I mean? Like that's, and then the throw overs. You can only throw over 3 times. If you don't pick him off, he takes second. That's bullshit.
It's really easy. It is really easy.
So of course Ohtani's gonna look like. Let me ask you a question. Why? Last year when he hit that 50th home run, why is that ball worth so much? Because he hit 50 home runs? Big fucking deal.
Well, because it was 50-50. or 50,
Big deal.
whatever.
Why didn't they sell the base then? The 50th base he stole. How come that wasn't a big talk? But that home run, everybody was jumping on that home run ball. It ain't the first time. Shit, he didn't even lead the league in home runs last year. So he gets too much talk and just too much of the special treatment. He's not even the best player on his team.
Oh my God!
You heard me.
I cannot agree with that.
You know where I'm going with this, Reece. Who's better than him on the Dodgers?
Mookie Betts.
That's one of them.
I knew you were going to say. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course,
he's
you can
great.
argue.
Sure, yeah.
Of course, you can argue
think-
Mookie. He's one of the top 10, top 5 players in baseball for the last 5-6 years.
I think Freddie Freeman is better than him. Because Ohtani don't do shit. He's a DH. He's a DH.
He's a pitcher too, but I feel you.
That's crazy.
He ain't that much of a pitcher.
I must correct myself. He didn't have 50 steals. He had 48 last year.
Yeah, it was 52 homers and like 48 steals or something like that.
So he didn't get there, but he was close enough. And I'm sorry. I don't care if you're only DHing.
There's never been a 50-50 guy in baseball until he came around. Barry Bonds 40-40 was like unheard of.
Because the rules have changed for him. If you take Ohtani and you put him in 1995, is he getting 50-50? Absolutely not.
Why not?
That's a good question.
Different era, different play of
First
game.
off, if he played in that era, he would have been on steroids, so he'd probably hit more home runs.
More home runs, less stolen bases. That's what I
But
think.
they would have swept that one under the rug. Oh, he's not on steroids. Just like he wasn't gambling. We're going to sweep this under the rug. You're going to tell me millions of dollars missing from your account that was wired.
I mean, they sent a guy to jail for that, so I'm going to let the courts handle that. According to them, it was him. So I don't do conspiracy theories.
He was gambling. You can't change my mind. He was gambling. No, he was gambling. But no, like I said, he's a glorified DH. That's
So who is your NL MVP though? Have you said yet, or
my NL MVP right now? I'm gonna have to say Pete Alonso.
wow?
If he keeps
Big
doing what he's
Pete,
doing,
the polar bear, baby.
if he could bring that average up a little bit and just keep doing, he could. I don't know about Frankie over there. Juan Soto, no.
Listen, Juan Soto heated up in June. In June, he got scorching hot, and if he has a second half like that, don't sleep on the man. We know what he can do.
He will.
Remember, hitters get better when it gets warmer. August is a hitter's month.
Yeah, and he won National League Player of the Month in June. He will be great going forward. I'm not worried about him at all. Jersey, but what's your World Series pick? I know it's Yankees and somebody.
Why would you think the Yankees?
Oh, why not?
I'll tell you what. I mean,
Yankees versus who?
No, I'm saying if they play like this going forward, Yankees won't make the series. They don't have a deep enough team to overcome.
Wow.
They got a lot of injuries.
Okay.
Yankees got a lot of injuries. I mean, they're good, but I don't think they're on the same level to win a World Series. They need some more pieces.
Wow. I did
but
not expect that at all. Okay.
I mean, but I will take them out of the American League because I think they're going to think, things are going to change. Trade deadline, that's going to tell you all. If they sit and don't do nothing, they ain't going to do shit this year. So I'm going with them. National League. National League is a little tough because I don't think the Dodgers. I won't pick them. I just can't. National League. I'm looking at. You know who really could do it? Chicago.
Who's that?
The Cubs.
Ooh, I like that pick.
I would love to see the Cubs back in it.
Hey, listen, they got the GM of the year right now. That's for sure.
Yeah. All right, Reece, what are your MVP, Cy Young, and World Series picks?
Oh yeah, my Cy Youngs. It's,
Oh shit, go ahead.
Cy Youngs is easy. That's Skeens and Scooble.
Skeens and Scooble. All right, cool. Reece,
Max Fried could be a good runner, but Scooble's got to be. You got to really top that man. It's gonna be hard to do.
I agree with that.
Yeah, for sure. Barring injury, I just don't see anyone catching him.
No.
Cool. Who you got, Reese?
Oh, a little ESPN app. Some of these ESPN apps going on.
That's the Yankees. They're up 9-6 over Seattle.
Ah, okay, there you go. All right, so MVP.
Judge got 2 more RBIs.
I'm not going to harbor whatever animosity this guy's still holding from 1941 against Ohanty. Bottom line is he's going to win the MVP in the National League. In the American League, barring injury, Aaron Judge is the clear-cut guy. There just isn't a better hitter in the American League, in baseball, period, but definitely not in the American League. Cy Young gets interesting. I think Scoobs is definitely the guy in the AL. I've already told you. Barring injury, I don't think there's anything like him. There's a couple guys who you could kind of say have an outside shot with Brown at Houston and maybe even Jacob deGrom over there in Texas, but I think it's going to be Tariq Scooball. In the National League, I like Zach Wheeler. I think Zach Wheeler is the best pitcher from the beginning to now, and I think he will continue to be in the second half of the year. There's a couple guys in the NL. Obviously, Skeens is going to be in it till the end, but I don't think he'll win enough, and I think the frustration could build. You can only lose 1-0 so many times before eventually you just can't focus. You know what I mean? So I think he tails a little bit. Obviously, Boyd's having a great year, and there's some guys, but I'm going to go with Zach Wheeler over there. I already said MVPs, right? And then World Series. World Series is so tough. There isn't a team that just completely is standing out, blowing everyone away. I think there's a bunch of teams that definitely are in it, and obviously the trade deadline is going to change a lot of things from now till then. So it's hard to say, but I like the Tigers the most in the American League. If not the Tigers, I'm going with Houston or Seattle. I know it's funny, but these 3 teams have one thing in common. They are the only teams in the American League with a winning record on the road. And at some point, you're going to have to win road games in the playoffs unless you get home field advantage, and only one team can do that. So those 3 teams are the teams in the American League I like. But like I said, I like Detroit. That's going to be my pick for now. They've got the pitching. They've got the hitting. In the NL, man, it gets really tough. It really does. Of course, everyone just wants to say the Dodgers because they're the team. But I'm going to go – I'm not going to lie. I have to agree with my guy here. I think the Cubs are probably the most complete team. I think he's winning GM of the year over there. I think he's put together just a master class. Obviously, the Dodgers have kind of tailed a little bit.
And picking up Tucker.
Right. And again, like I said with teams in the AL,
don't say he like you don't know his name. Don't say he like you don't know his name. You know his name. You know his name. Don't try to just skip by with he. Like you ain't had him for 15 years. Like you ain't love him like a daddy for 15. Get out of here.
Listen, and another thing, like I was talking about with the Cubs, like I was talking about those American League teams, the Cubs also have a winning record on the road, and I think that's going to really matter. Along with pitching, being able to win on the road, there's only a few teams in the NL, just like there's only a few teams in the AL. It's the Cubs, it's the Dodgers, it's the Phillies. So it's going to be one of those 3 teams, but give me the Cubbies.
You wouldn't even think about a Subway Series?
I don't listen. No offense to the Mets. You saw what happened in June, where they just kind of like self-destructed and just went completely terrible at the end of that month. I know they've turned it around. They've won their first 2 series in July, and that's all great. But they're the Mets. They find ways to fall at the end. I don't know what it is. This team will lead you on more than a stripper on a Friday night.
That's what my man Carlos knows. Because he hasn't had a chance to see them win. So all he knows is the big up and then the huge letdown. You're up.
Listen, I've seen the Mets blow a 9-game lead with like 2 weeks to go in a season. So, I mean, yeah, exactly. They're just known for these kind of things. I don't know what it is exactly in the culture. For you, Omar, I hope that changes this year. Maybe they can make a run. Maybe they make a move. I don't know. But like I said, I just don't trust them when it matters. It's just that simple. They're a great team, but I don't trust them when it matters.
It's the borough that they play in.
And also, they have a losing record on the road. Again, they're not going to have home field advantage. So if you're not going to win on the road, you're just not going to contend. Sorry.
I'm going to skip Jersey Boy's comment about New York versus New Jersey because I have no say in that, as I have never lived in either place. But I'm sure a lot of New York people will have a lot of problems with what Jersey Boy just said, especially the people in Queens. Shout out to all my Mets fans and Puerto Ricans hanging out in Queens.
You got Queens, and then you got the Yankees that are the kings.
Okay. All right, look,
Bronx is the king of New York.
I know who the little brothers are in terms of baseball.
BX will be next, baby. That's what they
Again,
say
I
up
don't.
there. I don't know.
Again, I'm a Wu-Tang head, so I'm gonna go with Staten Island, but I don't know. I have no clue. I never lived in New
Well, if
York.
that's the case, then I'm going Yonkers because I'm a D Block guy.
Yo,
Hey,
Jaded, as my boy Carlos knows, Jaded Kiss is one of my favorite rappers ever.
Oh,
Jada.
Jada Styles, I grew up on all. Those were my
When
guys.
he says
I
top
love
5
that.
DOA, he ain't wrong.
You ain't
Hey,
wrong.
love
Yeah,
it.
you ain't lying.
Love it. All
YO.
right, cool. Well, let me go ahead and finish out this stream for us with my picks. I'm going with the boys in the MVP race the Cy Young race on the AL side. It's pretty cut and simple. Tarek Skubal is amazing, and he's only getting better in his past 8 games. He has like a 0.61 ERA, which is just crazy because it's like, damn, you were good at the beginning of the season, and you're just even better at
Yeah,
midseason.
he's
So
at, his ERA right now is 2.02.
yeah, there you go. So nothing there. The talk between the Cy Young and the NL, yeah, we're looking at Skeens versus Wheeler there pretty much. And I agree with Reece again on this one. I think Wheeler has been the best pitcher all season. He just threw a 1-hitter yesterday, so he's on track to. It was like a 8K. No, it was 12K, 8 inning, 1 hit shutout. The first Phillies player to do that in forever. So I got Wheeler in the NL Cy Young.
Yeah, Wheeler's got a 2.17 ERA.
Woo! So look at that. There you go there. So I'll take him there, but I would not be mad if Skeens wins, especially because
He also has the lowest ERA in baseball at 0.81. Just saying, the
Who
lowest
does?
whip. The lowest whip. Zach Wheeler 0.81.
Oh, whip. Okay,
Yeah,
whip.
whip.
Okay.
It's Wheeler and Screwballs in the 2 leagues that are just dominating those stats. Like I said, their Ks to walks, their Ks per 9, and their whips are incredible.
Okay, word. There you go. All right, cool. And then for my MVPs, I would go with Judge because obviously the way you start that season, he still has a 1210 OPS halfway through the season. He's still hitting 360. It's not like he's not the league leader in the clubhouse. I get it. But what I am going to say is before the season, I picked Bobby Witt Jr. Now, is Bobby Witt Jr. having as good as a season as I thought he was going to have? Is he having as great as a season as maybe I want? No, but he's still an all-star. He's still playing very well, and I don't like to go back on my picks when there's still a chance, and there is still a chance. If Judge were to get injured, God forbid, even though I hate the Yankees, if he were to get injured and not play for 3 months, Witt could easily take that.
If Judge gets injured, Cal Raleigh wins that award. We haven't seen a
you know
catcher
what?
do anything like this since Mike Piazza. It's insane.
I just don't want to say Judge, okay? Leave me alone. I just don't want to say a damn Yankee.
Oh, do you want me to go in my room and grab the Judge out of my closet?
No, please do not. Anyways,
you want me to get the Jeter?
No, I do not.
You want to get the Mariano?
No, please.
How about the Babe Ruth?
Don't keep doing this to me.
I'm wearing the Garrett, the manager. Hold on, I got Mantle, Thurman Munson.
Here we go.
Paul O'Neill, Don Mattingly.
Thank you. No,
yeah, I got them all. I
I appreciate it. I appreciate the offer. Disgusting. Disgusting. For my NL MVP,
next year there'll be 2 New Jerseys out here.
Okay. For my NL MVP, I'm going to do similar. I'm going to make the same argument here. I picked Juan Soto before the season started, and he had a horrible start to the season. Let's just say that. Very slow. But every person that comes to New York pretty much does this, and especially with the Mets. And Juan Soto won NL Player of the Month for June, and he's on a tear, and he's still in the top 15 in all measurable statistics, even with the first half that he had, because most people would love to have his first half. So even though I know Ohtani is the leader in the clubhouse, since I picked Soto before the season, I will stay with him because he still has a chance if he has a really great second half and continues. For my World Series, I had at the beginning of the year, I was up in the air between the Dodgers and Mets. I couldn't choose, but I went with the Dodgers just because of what happened last year. And I had a combination.
You know what kind of team you got over there in Queens. That's why.
Well, I wasn't sure.
They're not as good.
Hold on a second. I'm not done yet. I'm about to tell you what I really think, though. In the AL, I had the Rangers and Red Sox as my 2 at the beginning of the season, with the Orioles as a third. Looking back on that, that was a horrible third choice there, as they have done horribly. I think the Red Sox have fallen off too, so I can't really go with them. The Rangers, as Mike mentioned earlier, the underlying metrics are there, but I'm not going to do that either. No, I'm going with the homer pick of my Mets, and yeah, I want to see the Subway Series so I can be there live. I'm going with the Subway Series,
Dude,
Mets
salute.
versus Yankees.
I'll make you guys a promise. If it's Mets, Yankees in the World Series, I will go to one of those games decked out in Red Sox gear.
Hey, maybe the three of us can make a trip and we'll be the Mets, Red Sox, Yankees.
You guys don't want to be with me when those
Well,
guns,
I'll
when
get our
those
ass whooped.
shots start blazing and the knives come out. Trust me, just get out the way, boys.
Subscribe on YouTube at Ball and Bud.